So good evening, YouTube. I'm actually in rural Missouri right now visiting my mother. It's beautiful out here. But the reason I'm making this video is because I'm moving to New York City next month, and I've really been struggling trying to find a place to live, trying to figure out what neighborhood I wanted to live in. I lived in New York last summer for a couple months, but I didn't really get to explore it very much. So I've been having a really hard time trying to figure that out. And it hit me that maybe I should just stay in Airbnbs for a while. So that's actually why I'm making this video. That's my plan. For 365 days, I'm gonna stay in an Airbnb in New York City, moving about every 30 to 60 days. So why stay in Airbnbs? So there's so many great neighborhoods in New York City, like I said before, and I couldn't really figure out which one I wanted to live in. So I didn't want to lock myself into a 12-month lease. And this just seemed like a great way to experience a bunch of different neighborhoods and decide where I eventually want to live. So reason number two is I'm really the kind of person that enjoys a change of scenery. I was in the military for 20 years and got to move around a lot, and I really missed that. So this will give me the opportunity to move around to different places and change my scenery. Reason number three, I plan on traveling full-time someday in the near future, and this is a great way for me to learn the ins and outs of Airbnb and whether or not I want to use that when I transition to traveling full-time, and also how to get the best value out of Airbnb. So what about the cost? Anyone who's ever rented a place in Manhattan knows there's a lot of costs above and beyond the monthly rental price. Usually there's a 10 to 15% broker fee that you have to pay, which is calculated based on the annual rent amount, so it actually comes out to a pretty substantial amount of money, plus security deposit. I know I get that back, but I'd also have to buy furniture and a few other things. So when I calculated all the costs, there really wasn't much difference between staying in an Airbnb and renting a place long-term, to be completely honest with you. Also, one thing I figured out about Airbnb is when you stay over 28 days, you get a monthly rate. And so that kind of offsets the cost a little bit. And you can also negotiate with the owner of the property. Like the first place I'm renting in Manhattan is in Hell's Kitchen, and I'm gonna stay there for 60 days. And I just sent a message to the owner of the property and said, hey, I'm staying 60 days. Can you give me a discount? And she did. So that's another way to bring the cost down of using Airbnb. So lastly, Airbnb includes all utilities, so I won't have to worry about an electric bill, a cable bill, an internet bill, anything like that. So I'll save money there as well. Actually, there's one more thing about the cost. I actually have a Chase Sapphire Reserve card, which gives 3 times points for Airbnb, so that'll also help offset the cost a little bit. Another question I got from my family was, what about your mail? So what I did was I got a mailbox with UPS. You pay a monthly rate or a yearly rate, and you get a mailbox that actually has a number. It's very similar to a P.O. box, but you actually get a street address and a box number. So it looks like an apartment number. I changed all my bills to that address with no problem. The only issue I had was when I tried to change my brokerage account out. So that's what I'm gonna do about my mail. So I'll be writing blog posts about this experience on my website, which I'll link below, as well as making videos, sharing this experience, this 365-day Airbnb challenge in New York City. So thanks for watching.